Okay, so we're now ready for the second video that has to do with exam number 2, preparing for exam number 2. Make sure you see the first video, which is crucial information on it. Now we're going to the second one. First of all, I want to get the most out of my paper, so I want to bring it down a little bit so I can get every little piece of it. Okay. Second, I want to get my pencil, which is right up here. And now I'm pretty much ready to get started. Okay. So we're talking about the exam. This is exam 2. I'll put the heading up here. Exam 2 review continued. Right? So it's B. Exam 2 and it's B. We had an A. Now there's a B. It's review continued. Okay. Now let's get right to some problems that you'll need for the test. Let's discuss something that you haven't seen in a previous video, which is symmetry. Okay, let me show you 3 examples so you get a good idea of what symmetry is. Here's the examples. A, what if you have a graph that looks like this? Here's the y-axis. Here's the x-axis. And you've got a parabola, but it's going sideways. And it's really a terrible drawing on my part, but still. There's a mirror image. There's a mirror image of each other, above and below the x-axis. Therefore, if you're asked about the symmetry of this, you would answer, the symmetry is about the x-axis. So if the question is symmetry, let's call this for A. The answer is of this graph, symmetry about the x-axis. Symmetry of this graph, the answer is symmetry about the x-axis. B, let me show you another example. What if you had something that looks like this? Another parabola, but something different. Y-axis, x-axis, and here goes the parabola like this. Terrible parabola, but you get the gist of it. Now, the question is symmetry. The question is symmetry, and the answer is it's symmetrical. The symmetry is about, or symmetrical. Symmetry or symmetrical, it could be the other language that they use, symmetric, about the y-axis, because we've got a mirror, it's the mirror, there's a mirror image to the left and right of the y-axis. Okay, so now that's only one of the answer. The other thing is you have to check this is true, but also it's symmetric about the origin. What's the origin? Right here. 0, 0. about the origin, it's also symmetrical, both to the left and to the right of the origin. So then symmetric about the origin is also true. Okay. As follows. C. Let me show you one which is symmetrical, that about the origin. And that is this case. Let me move this up. Let me move this up. Right, gotta go up. So the answer to B is that it's symmetric about the y-axis, but we've got to talk about C, symmetric about the origin, over here. Let's talk about C. All right, symmetric about the origin. Here's the case. What if you have this? A circle. It actually is, well, this is a lousy drawing. Let's make it this way. A circle like this. This one, the answer is it's symmetrical. One is that it's symmetric about the x-axis. It's a mirror image of the x-axis. Also, the y-axis. It's symmetric about the x-axis because here's the x, here's y, here's the x. So there's a mirror image on both sides of the x-axis. There's a mirror image on both sides of the y-axis, so it's also the y-axis. And here, this one was only symmetrical about the y-axis. That else also was misleading. What I want over here is for C. I want to talk about symmetric about the origin, but it's got these two things, and it's also symmetric about the origin. About the origin. Because here's the origin, and it's supposed to be an even circle, and there's a mirror image of the about the origin. Every spot, and it has another spot on the other side of the origin, so it's symmetric about the origin. So this one actually has all three. This one has three symmetrics. This one only has one. Forget about this also. It was not connected to that to B. So this one only had one, and this one up here also only had one. This one was symmetric to the x-axis, this was symmetric to the y-axis, and this actually has all three in it because of the origin. So if I gave you another one that would be only the origin, I'm going to try to get a little bit more out of this paper. Here, case D. What if I had a situation like this, where it was rolling along the like this, and then it was going like then it was dipping and going up. So over here it's dipping, right, and going up. Here it's dipping first and then going up second, right, like that. So this one is symmetric about the origin. This one is symmetric about the origin. Here's the y-axis, here's the x-axis, and I know I'm terrible stuff. You should really look in the book about symmetric, but this one is symmetric about the origin. Here's the origin, and you have right over here, 0, 0, and you have a mirror image of here. This is a mirror image of the other side of the origin, and that's why it's symmetric about the origin, and there's only one answer. One answer for this. There's three answers for this. There's only one answer for this. And on top, there was only one answer as well. Okay, so I end this video right here. We stop right here. And we'll get some more. We have to do another review a video.